A third world war? Let's unpack that, shall we? Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the possibility of a third world war. No one wants to imagine a global conflict, but ignoring the factors that could lead us there isn't wise. Think of it like this: if you smell smoke in your kitchen, you investigate. We're taking a deep dive into the geopolitical landscape, identifying potential fire hazards. So buckle up, because we're about to navigate the minefield that is modern geopolitics. Chapter 1. Geopolitical rivalries. It's like high school, but with more nukes. The world is full of countries locked in a perpetual game of geopolitical risk. Each nation is like a player, strategizing and maneuvering to gain the upper hand. Instead of cafeteria fights, we're talking about proxy wars and territorial disputes. These conflicts are far more dangerous and have far-reaching consequences. Historic rivalries refuse to die down, and new alliances form and dissolve rapidly. The political landscape is ever-changing, much like the shifting cliques in a high school. Major powers collect countries like Pokemon cards, threatening each other with sanctions and military exercises. These actions are their way of flexing muscles and showing dominance. Nationalism often justifies aggressive foreign policies, escalating tensions. Leaders rally their citizens with patriotic fervor, often leading to more friction. Combine simmering resentment, territorial disputes, and power grabs, and you get a recipe for conflict. These elements create a volatile mix that can explode at any moment. And that, my friends, is not a situation you want to be in. When someone sneezes on the wrong button, the stakes are incredibly high, and one wrong move could lead to catastrophic consequences. Chapter 2. Economic pressures, because even wars need a budget. Even starting a world war requires a healthy line of credit. Nations must secure vast amounts of funding to sustain prolonged conflicts, from purchasing weapons to maintaining supply lines. In today's globalized economy, financial interests are so intertwined that untangling them is messy. The ripple effects of economic decisions can be felt across continents, affecting everything from stock markets to everyday consumer prices. When countries feel economically insecure, they get twitchy. Political leaders often face immense pressure to stabilize their economies, leading to heated debates and drastic measures. Resource competition for water, oil, and minerals is fierce. These resources are the lifeblood of modern economies, and securing them can be a matter of national survival. Economic warfare, like sanctions, can cripple an opponent's economy without firing a shot. Sanctions can lead to shortages, inflation, and widespread economic hardship, making them a powerful tool in international relations. This kind of brinkmanship is dangerous. One wrong move can lead to a global crisis. Diplomatic tensions can escalate quickly, and the consequences of miscalculation can be catastrophic. No one wants to be left holding the bag when the global economy goes belly up. The fallout from economic collapse can be devastating, leading to unemployment, social unrest, and long-term instability. Chapter 3. Rising nationalism and populism. Because apparently we didn't learn from history class. Imagine the popular kids in school wearing matching Letterman jackets and talking about how much better their clique is. That's what's happening with the rise of nationalism and populism. Countries are becoming more insular and suspicious of others. Nationalism thrives on fear of the other, change, and the unknown. Fear makes people susceptible to manipulation and propaganda. Social media spreads misinformation and division quickly. A world where countries are inward-looking and quick to demonize opponents is not a recipe for peace. Chapter 4. Technological advancements. Because even war needs an upgrade. Welcome to 21st century warfare, where battlefields are digital and soldiers are robotic. Cyber warfare involves hacking into critical infrastructure and spreading disinformation. Artificial intelligence and autonomous weapons systems can make life and death decisions. Some say these advancements make war less likely, but history shows human stupidity often prevails. Technological advancements are a double-edged sword. They can make war more precise and controlled, but also more likely and devastating. Let's not forget that these advancements can lead to unpredictable and catastrophic outcomes. Chapter 5. Breakdown of international systems, because who needs rules? Anyway, international institutions and agreements meant to prevent global conflict are failing. The United Nations is often paralyzed by gridlock and vetoes. Global trade agreements are being torn up, and countries resort to unilateral action. It's every nation for itself, with the strong preying on the weak. This breakdown of international order is happening alongside geopolitical rivalries, economic pressures, and rising nationalism. When institutions crumble, there's no one left to enforce rules or mediate disputes, leading to a dangerous future. Chapter 6. Miscommunication or accidents, because sometimes all it takes is a misplaced decimal point. In the intricate dance of international relations, even the smallest error can have monumental consequences. Sometimes a miscommunication or accident can turn a tense situation into a catastrophe. History is replete with examples where a simple misunderstanding nearly led to global conflict. Military exercises can be misinterpreted as preparations for an attack. What one nation sees as routine, another might view as a direct threat, leading to a dangerous escalation. Cyber attacks can lead to unintended escalation. In our digital age, a single breach can compromise national security, causing panic and retaliatory measures. Accidents like stray missiles or malfunctioning radar systems can set off a chain reaction. These incidents, often due to technical glitches, can be mistaken for deliberate acts of aggression. In a world with nuclear weapons, the margin for error is razor thin. The stakes are incredibly high, and the potential for devastation is immense. A single mistake can lead to a war that could wipe out civilization. The aftermath of such a conflict would be unimaginable, with cities reduced to rubble and countless lives lost. While worrying about the big picture, let's not forget the small sparks that can ignite the biggest infernos. It's often the overlooked details that can trigger the most significant events, reminding us to tread carefully in all our actions. Otro so, are we doomed? The world is volatile, facing a perfect storm of challenges. The threat of a large-scale conflict, especially involving nuclear weapons, is real. However, acknowledging the risks doesn't mean resigning to doom. Diplomacy, dialogue, and cooperation are crucial tools for navigating these challenges. It's about building bridges, fostering understanding, and finding common ground to prevent conflict.